There I was, and that Steven Tyler, he stole my vintage. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Catherine, and on this channel we do vintage, thrifting, creative projects, and more. And in today's video, I'm going to take you to an absolutely huge estate sale. Now, this was advertised as the most antiques you'll see in one place, and I would have to agree, there were over 1,000 photos posted in the listing. It was one of the most extensive collections of pyrography I have ever seen, of Bakelite jewelry that I've ever seen, of really high-end vintage costume jewelry I've ever seen. Spectacular. They also had a ton of Czech pottery, a ton of Swedish items, just amazing. So enough of my yapping, let's just get on in. So I thought this was gonna be a really fun one. So I had to get up super early, got up at 4 a.m. and this one was quite a drive out of the cities, over a half hour. So I did end up arriving at about 5:30. But y'all, they weren't playing around. Even at 5:30 a.m., I was still number 64, which is wild. This home was out on a beautiful lake, and I really have never seen this many people turn up to a sale before. They stopped giving out numbers at over 200. 200 numbers they passed out. Oh my gosh. So it was massive. Okay, so it is about 20 minutes until they give out numbers. Now, I did have this. This is technically an unofficial pre-number, but Minnesota has kind of this weird system. We have like this honor system. Somebody will come super early, we'll put out numbers, and the vendors of the estate sales all just know this happens, and we all just kind of honor the numbers. Yeah, I'm excited. It is a beautiful house out on a lake, and there is just so much stuff here. I might come back later in the weekend, maybe the half price day. I don't know. It's fabulous. I got all my packaging here ready to go. There's really cars as far as the eye can see here. Yeah, this is kind of a special one. That's why I thought I would bring you along. But I do think this sale is going to be more expensive. So I do think that this sale is going to be more of purchasing items for myself, which quite honestly, I don't need one more vintage thing. But things have been really tough here in the Twin Cities. I've been really burnt out. I've been through so much at the beginning of this year. I can't even believe it. And I don't know. It's just nice that I'm excited about something and that I wanted to come out to a sale. So for me, that's a win right now. So, okay, well, let's head on in. You know, I thought at 64, I was pretty close to the beginning, but I was absolutely wrong. This place was majorly cleared out by the time I got there. The jewelry, all the costume jewelry I was interested in, gone. Bakelite, all the large pieces, gone. And don't get me wrong, there's still a ton there, but a lot of the really high-end items, the people who came super early, like the day before and camped out, they snagged it all. Just about to go in, and we had to wear these little blue booties to go on into the house. When I first got into the house, I actually looked right next to the door, and there was a gorgeous piece, and I snagged it right away. And then a couple feet in, gorgeous hat stand, and I snagged that right away. I didn't get it on video because it was like a few steps in the door. I was just orientating myself, and already I was like, mine. And then I was on the way to look at the caskets and the wristlet I was looking for. So when I got in the house, the first place I went to was this green bedroom. I'd seen it in the photos, and I had two things that I really wanted: jewelry caskets and these deco era wristlets for makeup. They're like little purses, but they're actually makeup. I wanted this red one so bad. So I go into this room, right? And there are all these beautiful jewelry caskets. And there's a gentleman on the other side of the room. And I kid you not, this guy absolutely looked like Steven Tyler. He absolutely embodied his essence. He was just a teeny little guy, kind of short, had long hair, really funky boho outfit on, a hat, the same kind that Steven wears. And I just was like, is Steven Tyler at this estate sale? Was he excited about it? Well, maybe. Now, Steven Tyler does shop for antiques. He collects a lot of antiques. So I was like, is Steven Tyler antiquing with me? So anyways, I looked at all these gorgeous jewelry caskets. Some were actually more broke than others. The lining wasn't there. I picked out ones that I thought were amazing, ones that I want to keep. And then I turned around to look at Steven Tyler and in his hands was the wristlet that I really, really wanted. And I said to him, oh, this is what I wanted. And he said, oh, there's another one here if you want it. And he's like, what are these? And I told him that they were 1920s makeup wristlets. Despite not knowing what they were, he still took the one I wanted. And then through the rest of the sale, I actually kind of ended up following Steven Tyler around. Not intentionally, we just ended up kind of going in the same areas. And I did notice that this gentleman, was liking some of the same things I liked. I was looking at these lovely lady candlesticks. He thought they were amazing. He was like, oh my God, I didn't even see that. So yes, one of the vintage pieces I super duper like. I literally watched somebody pick it up and take it. So there I was, and that Steven Tyler, he stole my vintage. Okay, y'all, this sale was packed, so forgive the bumpy ride, okay? Right now, I'm just going from bedroom to bedroom, and on the right side, that's Steven Tyler's pants. You see him? Did you see him? Oh my goodness. So many cool things at this sale. And above these cabinets, I spied a piece of pyrography. I could see it, and I don't think it was in any of the photos. I don't remember it, and it is one of my absolute favorite pieces from this sale. I love it so much. It is gorgeous and stunning, and that is mine. So many beautiful, beautiful perfume and little bottles here. Oh my goodness. It's not really my thing to resell, so I didn't feel comfortable picking them up. I didn't quite know the value on them. I really liked all these vanity jar silver pieces, but I thought they were kind of at the top of what I could get for resale. And I have to say, some of the pyrography at this place is the most beautiful pyrography I have ever seen. Very, very detailed. They had an amazing collection. I thought the pyrography pieces were very affordable. They were priced super fair for how unique they were. So my next stop was going down to the jewelry, and honestly, I didn't know what to expect when I got there. But when I got there, basically anything in the jewelry I was excited about was gone. It wasn't there anymore. A lot of the pieces still there, weren't that old, weren't that vintage, and I just wasn't excited about them, so I didn't pick any up. However, around this property, there were chickens wandering around, and when I got to the vintage jewelry, I did happen to see the chickens through the window. Those were some chubby cluckers. I was really impressed by all the beautiful Czechoslovakian pottery. I've never seen so much in one place. I don't sell it that much on this channel, so I didn't know if I should pick it up. There was some beautiful art in this home. And I really liked that tooled leather purse. That was pretty neat. And what was very apparent is if you liked something, there were multiples of it. So you like needlepoint pillows? There's a bunch of them for you. Oh, and I'm a sucker for a pretty frame. Ooh, another frame. Like it. And oh my gosh, this pyrography is amazing. Now, I learned that the former owner of this home was actually an art teacher. Oh my goodness. That just touched my heart. I loved it so much to hear that. It sounded like one of the most amazing women. I guess she used to have tea with her next door neighbor's young daughter. And so the next door neighbor went in and made sure to pick up one of the teacups to give her daughter. Oh my God, I thought that was the sweetest thing. It was really amazing to see how many of her neighbors showed up. The estate company was super kind and let her neighbors go in early so that they could get a memory from that house. And I thought that was really kind of them because really the neighbors walked out with very small things that reminded them of her, like the teacup. And it was really heartwarming to see. So actually, a lot of people were not heading into the garage, which I thought was kind of wild because the garage looked to have all kinds of things in there, just packed, especially with furniture. Now, in the photos in the garage, I had seen antique dolls in those. I don't know a lot about antique dolls. I grew up with a doll maker in my home, but those aren't antique. Antique was not her focus, so I just don't know a lot about them. I expected the dolls to be gone by the time I got in there. It was about an hour after I got into the sale that I went over to the antique dolls. But surprisingly, they were all there. I had the pick of the whole lot. So I actually picked up some. Like I said, not my usual, but we're gonna try them for resale. The amount of truly unique and beautiful items in this home was just unparalleled. Just tables and tables and tables of items. When you see things this beautiful, it's like, how do you even decide? What do you decide to leave there? My goodness. Their dining area was absolutely stacked with servingware. Oh, and you know I love me some silver plate. And look at that serene view. And this chandelier actually stays with the home, but isn't that stunning? Oh my gosh, look at that biscuit jar. Wow. You could definitely tell these people love to host and have parties. There was so much servingware for multiples of people. I thought these were beautiful. Now, I'm in line to go look at all the jewelry. Here is what's left of the Bakelite. I'm telling y'all, this is less than half of what it was before. I've decided I want to try to find a piece for myself. There still was some beautiful high-end pieces and sterling silver left. am glad that I stopped and looked at the Bakelite and the high-end jewelry because there were some pieces there that I was still excited about. I grabbed 2 pieces from there. Actually, one I was really surprised was still there. So we'll show that in the haul. And that was it. Then I headed my way home. There were cars for blocks and blocks and blocks. It must have been at least half a mile. It was wild. So now I'm gonna go into the haul. I am going to start with the items that will be for resale. I'll tell you if I'm gonna put them in a sale or if I wanna put them in my antique booth. And then at the end, I'm gonna show the items that I kept for myself. And like I said, I did go to the sale for myself. So the majority of the items I'm actually keeping, so I'm sorry. I got some really cool small things. So check out this gorgeous flower frog. Very like Art Nouveau, beautiful colors, only $8. I think I can do well on this for sale. I'll probably bring this to a live sale. I picked up this adorable little pyrography box. It's a tiny one. I just thought it was done really well. It has cherries on it. Here, let's take this off. It has cherries on it. Super cute. So I did pick this one up for resale. I'm sorry, most of the pyrography I did buy for myself. This piece I actually snagged right at checkout. It is this adorable little inkwell. Here's where your pen would go. And then here's the inkwell piece. And it kind of holds in there. It can be, you can remove it, but it still has the original top and everything. I picked up this sweet little frame for resale. I think it's super cute. I grabbed this frame. It was in a bag on the ground. I think people might have just not seen it, but $4 is a good price for this. So I picked this one up, and I do believe this is a true antique. Now, I do think I'm going to use this for resale. However, I think I'm going to turn it into some of my instant ancestor art. So if you've seen me do that, that's what I'm probably going to do with this. So I'm probably going to put an antique photo in there and zhuzh it up a little. So it does have its original stand. Really lovely. Now, remember when I said that when I walked in the house, there was something right next to the door and I just grabbed it, and so it wasn't filmed? So this is the item. Is that not gorgeous? It is an Italian mirror. Oh, hey, you get to see yourself. But isn't it gorgeous? I think it's so beautiful. It just has this like little ribbon to hold it. It says Italy right there. I do think the mirror was replaced. It looks like it's hot glued in there, but this is gorgeous. I really haven't seen anything like this before. So to be quite honest, I'm not sure what to price it. So I have to look that up. But I do think this will be coming to a live sale, not so much my antique booth, or it might even go on eBay. I'm not sure how valuable this is, but I think it is absolutely stunning. Now, this piece I thought was an absolute steal. This is a piece of Bristol. And Bristol glass, if you know, is just super duper thin. And I absolutely love this. The stopper was in perfect condition. And so I did pick this one up for resale. So I'll probably do this at a live sale. I think it is just so gorgeous. I think I'm gonna do well on this one. I think somebody's gonna love it. One thing you may not have seen before are these. I've actually sold these before. They are, oh, hi, Captain Jack. Hey, sir, do you need up? Wouldn't be one of my videos without a cat in it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is my big baby boy, Captain Jack. He is just the sweetest. And he knows when I'm over here that he can come up and cuddle. Say hello to your fans. Yes. Oh, my sweetheart. So Captain Jack is blind. He fails all sight tests except for extremely high contrast. And he was abandoned on a farm, and a listing was put out online saying they don't think this cat's gonna make it. Out on the farm, there's coyotes, they're right on a forest line. And I'm a sucker for a sob story, so I went and got him. And I tell you what, he is the sweetest cat I have ever had in my whole life. Just a big butterball of love. Mwah. Okay, baby, I gotta keep going with the video, okay? Oh, he loves the scritches. Yeah. Yeah, your audience loves you too, but we gotta put you down, okay? Okay, he got his scritches, so he should be happy. So these little things are nameplates for like fancy dinners. I have sold these before. I have 2 sets of them here, so I'm gonna sell them together. This set has more wear than this set, but I am gonna sell them together. I'm gonna consider this a complete set, which it is, and then this one is just extras because some of these have more wear. And I bought more of these little place card sets. This woman must have hosted parties, which is amazing. God, that chandelier in her dining room was whew, amazing. So how these work is they're little place cards. You put the name right there. Isn't that cute? I bet you could put like little sprigs of flowers in these. So there's a whole set here. So this set will be sold together. I'm probably going to do this on a live sale, not so much in my antique booth because these might get broken in my antique booth. And you might think I'm crazy, but I bought one more of these. So this one is actually, well, they're knife caddy or place card setting. These are really heavy, but you see how they have a notch in them? These would be amazing ephemera holders. So I don't think I'm going to sell them as a set. I think I'm going to sell them individually when I sell ephemera pieces. And so what that does is gives people a stand that they can display the ephemera on. And these are really solid, really nice. So I took a risk on this, and not because I think this isn't worth this amount, but I think this is close to what I can get for resale. I like to double or triple my money on resale, and that's not going to happen on this. But this is a beautiful jar. Let's take this tag off. Just look at the hand painting on that. So gorgeous. It's in excellent condition. And I do think someone's going to love this. Now, I am going to make a profit. It's just going to be a smaller margin than I'm used to, but I picked this up for resale. And I think this is going to go in my live sale as well. Maybe not so much my antique booth. And this is another hand painted item. I cannot believe this was still there when I picked it up. That is all hand painted. I believe those are magnolias. I am definitely going to sell this on a live sale. I think this is stunning, absolutely stunning. I do think it's antique. They even painted the back. So I wonder if they thought about this like hanging in a window. I wonder if that was the thought, is why they painted the back and then the flowers on the front. So as you can see, the back is back painted. Do you get that? Like the color gradation? And then the front is the flowers. And I don't think they had to do it that way. So very, very special. And this does feel like oil paint to me. Now, something I can almost never offer on my live sales, and I always feel bad about it, is mourning items, Victorian mourning items. They're hard to find, they're hard to come by. Now, this could be considered a mourning item, or it can be considered just fashion. Not everything black is mourning, but I would say, since this is a detachable piece, that this was probably made for mourning so that they could change it out on their other clothes to make the other clothes mourning. So I did buy 2 of these. So I'm going to keep one. I'm going to keep the one in the better condition, and I'm going to sell this one on a live sale. Quite honestly, I'll probably save this till a Victorian theme sale or a Halloween sale, but I'm really excited to be able to offer this. These are the type of things that are usually too expensive for me to pick up for resale. Okay, and let's get into some of our doll items. There is this lady right here. She has lost her wig. I think I'm going to try her for resale. I don't know how many people are going to be interested in her in this shape. I might upcycle her and make her into a witch for Halloween. So she might become a craft project, but I still thought at $10, having that iconic boudoir doll face, this was worth picking up. I grabbed this tiny little girl. Now, I do believe she is old, not a reproduction, but she's super small, as you can see. I really think she's unique. Like I said, I don't know a lot about antique dolls. I am going to bring this to my channel. I think someone will like it. I just really hadn't seen something like this before, and so I thought I'd just take a risk and pick it on up. Now, this little lady, I really like her face. I think it's painted really well. She is just this gorgeous antique doll. Let's see, I think I paid $8 for her. Now, her legs are detached, so I will probably restring these before I sell it, but she's a really cool doll. I love these clothing pieces that were made for her. I think this is going to do well on my channel. So this, again, I took a risk. I don't know a lot about dolls, but I think she's fantastic. So she has her arms, both of her legs. They're actually in good condition. They just need to be restrung. So this is the biggest risk I took with dolls. I believe this is her wig. At least it was laying next to her. This is one of those dolls where the eyes close. Her teeth look good. Yeah, overall, she actually looks pretty darn good, even though she looks like she's been through it. So I'm gonna try this on my channel. I might list it on eBay. It does say made in Germany on the back. And she has leather arms, and then the hands are in good condition, and her feet are cloth. I just thought she was really lovely. And yes, she's dirty, but I think a magic eraser is gonna clean that on up. So this is a little before and after. You can tell that all that dirt really did come off, and she looks fabulous. So I thought she was kind of a unique find, but again, this is new for me. Okay, now let's look at the items I picked up for myself. So the second item I snagged coming in the door was this hat stand. Oh, I love the bottom of this one. This is the largest hat stand I've ever been able to pick up. Honestly, I've never found one this nice in the wild that was this price that I've been able to grab. So I'm very excited about this. I'm going to use it for all sorts of displays. I then zoomed on into that bedroom because I wanted to look at the jewelry caskets, and I did pick up two that I thought were exceptional. And this one is a butterfly. It's kind of small, as you can see, but I've never seen one like this. Now the lining is gone, but that butterfly on there, all the design on the sides, the circle, like I've never seen one even remotely close to this, not even listed online. And then I grabbed this one. I thought it was unique. It may not look unique to you, but do you see the shape? It's really thin and narrow. So this could be a really cool display for like a bracelet. And when I looked inside, I was like, oh, the lining is all in this antique piece. And so for 15, I just went for it. I thought it was very much worth it. I don't have a jewelry casket of this shape, and I think it could be a really neat one for display. I did grab a little brush half doll for myself. This one's a little showgirl. Now she has friends, actually. She has friends in a display right behind me, and she's gonna look adorable in that. So this one's for me. She goes with a little collection I've put together. And I am keeping one of the morning collars. This is another one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the one in the worst condition, and I'm gonna sell the one in best condition. This might actually be the one in better condition, but yes, I'm gonna keep the more damaged one for myself and add it to my collection. But I'm really excited that I'm able to bring something like this. I don't often find something like this at an affordable price. So both me and Steven Tyler oohed and awed over this one. There were other lady pieces. They were compotes, but I grabbed the candlestick holder. I do love naked ladies, lovely ladies, so I will be keeping this one for myself, but she is just fantastic. I do think Steven Tyler wanted this one. I do think I grabbed it before he could. So I guess we each got an item the other person really liked. I grabbed this gorgeous antique frame for myself. Now on the back, it does have the original old stand. I do like that it's a mirror. The mirror is all broken and chipped up though. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it as a mirror or if I'm gonna put something else in it. But I did grab this one for myself because this larger size is harder to find. Now this next item, I think I'm keeping. It's in such great condition. Now I would have thought this was from the 60s or 70s, But Heather Elizabeth has taught me that these gorgeous pieces are actually from the 1920s. So it is a large square tie-dyed shawl with tassels. It is in exceptional condition. There is nothing wrong with this piece. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I might use it in my house draped over something. You could even wear this if you wanted. Like, look at it. Look how gorgeous, right? Put a brooch right there. And then I did grab one piece of Bakelite. There were a lot of pieces that I liked that were much more expensive that were gone by the time I got there. But I found this piece, and it is a shoe clip. So the back is a shoe clip. And I thought it was gorgeous. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna stick a brooch back on there. You can buy those on like Amazon or something or other sites, and you just stick it on there, and I'm gonna turn this into a brooch. And I think, what do you think? What do you think? I think that's a cute brooch, right? So this is actually my first Bakelite brooch or jewelry piece ever that I've bought that I'm aware of, and I just thought it was quite special. Now this piece, I was so surprised it was still with the higher end jewelry when I got up to the cash register. It is a Victory V. So these are from World War II. This one is actually sterling. I have one tiny Victory V that I have picked up, but I have eyed getting bigger Victory Vs. I just think it's really neat what they stand for. My grandfather was in World War II, and so I've eyed picking these up, but they usually are priced pretty high if they're the authentic era ones. This one was priced pretty high, but I know it could have been higher, especially since it was sterling, and so I grabbed that for myself. I'm very excited about that because I've had a gorgeous Victory V on my kind of wish to thrift or find list for quite some time. Okay, we're getting down to the end. So these last pieces are all pyrography that I picked up that I'm going to be keeping. I thought this one was so exceptional, so neat. Now, I do think this is a hair receiver. What they would do is stick hair in here when they brush their hair out, and then they would turn it into a hair rat. And it's kind of just what it sounds like. It's a big rat's nest of hair. They would use it to poof up their hair and make bigger hairstyles with their own hair color underneath it. So very ingenious. Now, some people say this is used to collect hair for hair art. That is not true. You can't have hair that's all matted, different, kinked up for hair art. It has to be like a piece cut off and saved in a nice straight way. So it's just gorgeous. It's poppies. Poppies remind me of my grandmother. And so I think I'm keeping this. It's extraordinary and I've never seen anything like it. So this piece I saw in the photos, and quite honestly, I thought this was going to be like $100 piece. I've never seen anything like this. And it is fantastic. And it was only $10. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. So this is pyrography again, but it is very like military themed. And in the photos, they had a picture of like a sailor, like a family portrait in this. I think I'm gonna put my grandpa in it and maybe his sailor outfit. My grandfather was actually a Pearl Harbor survivor. So he was on the USS Cowpens. And yeah, I think that would be gorgeous in this. Isn't that beautiful? I have never seen pyrography like this. Now it does look to have the original stand back here. I think all of this is original, but it's so cool. I honestly did not think I would be able to pick this up. I thought it was going to be way too expensive. Now this might be one of my absolute favorite finds, and it is this gorgeous poppy pyrography garbage. Oh my God. Now this could also be like an umbrella stand holder with the shape. I'm gonna use it as a garbage in my bedroom. Again, like I said, poppies remind me of my grandmother. She had them in her lawn right by this swing I used to swing on, and my grandma loved the color red. And so poppies just make me think of her. And this is exceptional. Every side has a beautiful poppy on it. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen pyrography in this big of a piece before. This is truly special. And last but not least, this is the piece that I saw on the top of the shelf that I hadn't seen in any of the photos. Only $16, which is insane for how big and beautiful this is. But look at the design. What gorgeous Art Nouveau design is on this. And then it has the original clasp, which is pretty cool. And if you open it up, it is still lined the way they lined it. I love the tacks around the bottom. It gives it such character and personality. And then they made a cushion. So whatever was put in here was cushioned a little. I think it would make a beautiful jewelry display. But it's exceptional. I've never seen a beautiful pattern like this before. So very, very special find. I would have to say the pyrography pieces are probably my favorite things that I picked up. All right, y'all, that is it. Thank you for coming with me to that giant, amazing sale. I had such a blast, but I now need some sleep because it ended up being a long day. I had to go to work after it. So, all right, y'all, thank you so much for stopping by. Bye.